Hey everybody, this is Bill. I'm the salty old Marine. Today I want to talk about something that I call the lifeboat effect. Here's what I mean. Let's say you're on a ship and the ship is sinking and everybody jumps into lifeboats and they lower the lifeboats and the lifeboats are away and you're floating around in the ocean waiting to be picked up, rescued, and maybe the boat's not full. But there's a lot of people in the water who didn't make it into a lifeboat, and they're splashing around, and because you're a good person, and because the other people on the boat are good people, you rescue them. You pull them on board, and the boat gets full. And then you bring more people on board, and the boat sinks a little lower in the water, and maybe it starts shipping a little water over the gunnels. And maybe you start thinking, we better be careful. This lifeboat could sink. It's getting a little overcrowded. And maybe you stop pulling people on board. Maybe you discourage people swimming toward you. We're full. Go back. Find another boat. You hope they do. You're a good person. You're not a murderous, horrible human being. But you don't want them to sink your boat and kill everybody. Logical, right? And then, at a certain point, you'll take an oar and club somebody to death to keep them from getting on the freaking boat. That's a lifeboat effect. Now, does that make you a horrible human being? No. It's an ethical dilemma. It's a moral situation. Is the health of everybody on board more important than the health of that person swimming towards you? Yeah, at a certain point we all have to make choices, right? And there's a lot of little mind game experiments that psychologists like to play, asking us these questions and putting us in these situations. But here's the point I wanted to make, and it has more to do with VA disability than it does with lifeboats. Very often, veterans think of VA disability like it was a lifeboat, like it was a limited pot of money. It's a scarcity. In other words, there's only a certain amount of it and then it's gone. Well, everybody understands the concept of a budget. If you've got $100 in your checking account until next payday, you can't spend more than that $100. So better watch your pennies. That mindset sometimes is applied to the idea of VA disability. So the thought is that as more veterans get to 100%, there's less money available for other veterans. And some would extrapolate that further in saying there's less available for more deserving veterans. You know, veterans who are not you. So I hear this. The pot's going to run out. Congress will notice and shut it all down. If too many people get benefits, the entire system is going to collapse. Okay. I understand this fear. I understand the idea of scarcity. I understand the lifeboat scenario. But the fact is this: VA benefits are not a lifeboat with a limited number of seats. VA disability is an earned benefit. It's written into law. It's funded by Congress. And it is meant for every veteran who qualifies. Without limit. Could the VA limit it? Yes, they could. But the chances that they're going to do that are incredibly slim. In fact, Congress generally goes overboard funding veterans. It's very patriotic, don't you know? It looks good when Congress people try to run for re-election that they helped veterans, that they signed on to the Veteran blah, blah, blah Act. Yeah, absolutely. if anything, more veterans being awarded correctly strengthens the system because it proves that the system is working as intended. Yeah, if a lot of veterans get disability, maybe it means there's a lot of disabled veterans. Wow, what a thought. The harm of the lifeboat effect is this. It discourages veterans from filing valid claims. It creates division within the veteran community instead of solidarity. And it spreads misinformation about how the VA disability funding actually works. So here's my thought. Instead of pulling the ladder up and keeping people from getting on the lifeboat, reach down and pull others in. Help as many veterans as you can. Don't deny your knowledge and your experience from other veterans for fear that too many veterans are going to get what you have. Okay? Share your knowledge. Encourage legitimate claims. Help others avoid mistakes. This lifeboat has lots of room because it's not a lifeboat. It's a system of law. It's not limited functions. The well is not running dry. On the ocean, a lifeboat has limits. In the VA system, helping another veteran doesn't sink your boat. It strengthens the fleet, honestly. I hope you found this helpful. Maybe you disagree. If so, let me know. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Leave a comment. I'm Bill. I'm the salty old Marine. As always, have a great day.